but you can still make 2 to 1% per week off every $5,000 that you have. So if you want to scale it, it could be linear based on how much capital you have. So just imagine making 2% week after week after week. Again. So at the Dorian Trader, we teach you how to start off with an 80% probability of winning. And then if you adjust, you can adjust and still have another 80% chance of winning. And let's say you have to adjust again, you can have another 80% chance of winning. In this video, we're going to discuss how the 7 DTE short-term trade can be the number one type of strategy for individuals looking for that short-term gratification. Now, the 0 DTE process is what is really super popular out there right now. People want to make that day trading monies by putting on a trade and exiting that trade the same day and being able to make a significant amount of money. Now, that's awesome and people can do it, and we have people at the Dorian Trader doing it. But it's a difficult trade for most. It's difficult because of the gamma risk associated with that 0 DTE trade. It's the most gamma risk in options trading, period. But you can make the most money. So it's trade-offs. It's trade-offs. But not everyone can do it. The next type of trade that you can make a lot of money with short-term trades is what is called a 1 DTE trade. And I personally trade the 1 DTE trade almost every day that it's available to do, Monday through Friday. That is an awesome trade, but it has the second most gamma risk, and you have the most overnight risk. So you can't not fix a trade, an SPX trade, if it's already in the money the next morning. Your whole spread is in the money the next morning because something overnight happens that makes the markets drop a significant amount or goes up or go up a significant amount. Most of the time, if you're in that scenario, it's going to be the downside. It's rare, and you've heard me say in other videos, it's rare. We have not experienced it, and we've been trading the 1 DTE process for at least the last year and a half, and we've been successful at trading it. So I love it, and we pitch it here at the Dorian Trader. But it's still a difficult trade for most because that 1 DTE trade becomes a 0 DTE trade. And if you do not know how to manage that significant gamma risk from that 0 DTE trade, it's going to become a problem. But the 7 DTE trade, it's kind of the sweet spot. It gives you that short-term gratification, but it also gives you that ability to adjust, and for things, you can see things coming, you can see the ball coming at you, you can dodge it at that point, right? You can see risk coming a little clearer or significantly clearer when you are trading the 7 DTE trade. So we have talked about, and let's put this on the screen here, we have talked about a 5K kind of process, that if you want to have $5,000 for every one contract that you trade when you're doing the 0 DTE or the 1 DTE or the 7 DTE. And so if you made $100 off the 5K, that would equal 2%. If you made $50 off the 5K, that would equal 1%. So you can make a awesome amount of money trading the 0, 1 DTE, and 7 DTE, but the 7 DTE is a lot easier to be able to adjust and be able to manage, and once again see things coming at you a little bit better, see risk, see problems occurring a little bit better. But you can still make 2 to 1% per week off every $5,000 that you have. So if you want to scale it, it could be linear based on how much capital you have. So just imagine making 2% week after week after week, or making 1% week after week after week. How can that change the landscape of your financial situation? For most of us, it will change in an impactful, a significant way. So what makes the 7 DTE trade a little different than the other two is that if you start off with a trade like this, and let's say you start off and you put it on the 10 delta on both sides, and you do a 10-point wide, is what we teach at the Dorian Trader. And just say you start off something like this. So no higher than a 10-point wide spread. And you do something like this. Or you're going to collect $145 here. And you want to collect at least $100 after fees and commissions. So you have a 80% chance of winning at least something at expiration when you set up this trade, because you have the 10 delta on both sides. So you take the 10 delta, you add it up from both sides. That's going to equal 20. You subtract that from 100, that'll equal the 80% that we're talking about here. So, but let's just say the next day, the trade, one of the sides, in this example, let's go to the put side, and let's say the next day, 6 days ago, the put side is now, because the market had a significant drop, the put side is now at a 31 delta. So this is your position that you're buying back here, a 10-point wide here. So you will have the ability to be able to adjust this and do adjustment type of strategies that we teach at the Dorian Trader. You can do a roll away, you can do a roll up, you can do a roll out. You have a lot of options to be able to adjust this trade with 6 days to go. So if you started off with only using 1,000 of the 5,000 you allocated to this trade, because you're only using one contract for example purposes. Obviously, if you have a bigger account, you use more contracts, but you're still allocating 5,000 per contract. So you're only using 1K. You're only using 1K. And so now you have the ability to move this trade away. You have the ability to move it away and increase the width of the spread. You have the ability to move it away and add a contract. You have the ability to roll up the non-tested side, which in this case would be the call side down in this area. You have the ability to roll that call side up and add a contractor, or roll that call side up and make the width wider to be able to increase your probabilities again. So at the Dorian Trader, we teach you how to start off with an 80% probability of winning, and then if you adjust, you can adjust and still have another 80% chance of winning. And let's say you have to adjust again, you can have another 80% chance of winning. So the odds on you being able to lose after having 3 80+% strategies or trades is very, very small. Nothing's impossible, but it's very, very small. You have a 95+% chance of winning on every trade you have if you set it up this way, and we can teach you all the details about it. Don't have time to go over it completely in this video. But this strategy, this 7 DTE strategy, can be phenomenal, right? So this is the first day you had an 80% chance. The next day, the 6th day, you had to adjust and you have an 80% chance. Let's say the next day you had to adjust again and you had an 80% chance. So that you adjusted 3 days in a row, gave yourself an 80% chance 3 days in a row. Now think about that. Think about those odds you're giving yourself. You're starting off trading super small, giving yourself enough cushion capital-wise to be able to adjust the trade in an effective way. At the Dorian Trader, we'll teach you how to adjust it. We'll teach you how to do a roll-up. We'll teach you how to do a roll-away. We'll teach you how to do a roll-out and reposition the trade, not just a traditional type of roll-out. We'll teach you how to add more contracts to an adjustment, increase the width of the spread to more adjustments, so you can trade max loss with probability of success. Can teach you how to win 95% of the time on these 7 DTE trades, and that you can see what's happening. You can see it clear, a lot more clearly of what's happening. You can see that accident happening so you can avoid it. So if you're interested in learning more, we encourage you to consider joining Dorian Trader or subscribe to our channel. Learn as much as you possibly can. And when you're ready, you can join our trading club. We're looking forward to working with you, looking forward to teaching you, looking forward to a bright future of making a significant amount of money through these short-term trades that we teach at the Dorian Trader. We also teach some bread and butter 30 to 60 days and some longer term type of strategies. But if you're looking for that short-term gratification, and you most likely are if you're looking at this video, we can help you. And it might be best for you to be the 7 DTE type of trader. It's a lot easier than a 1 DTE trade, and most definitely a lot easier than a 0 DTE trade. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment area. We'll answer all comments. We thank you for watching this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.